a detailed geological investigation that was supposed to be carried out by Minerals Commission before designating small-scale mining areas, some achievement has been made. And even as I speak to you, Gold Board is advancing funds to Geological Survey Department, authority, to be able to identify more mineralized areas to resolve this matter further. But as I speak to you, a significant achievement has been made in that respect.
So, out of the 113, how many of these sites have been gazetted, since you said a significant
Indeed,
number
all
of
of them
done?
have been gazetted. It's fully implemented. If you look at the reports that we have here.
I was expecting you to share it with us, because for the public, I don't think most of them will have the reports. So that's why I asked the question, giving you that opportunity to share with us.
Yeah, so, Chair, this is the report that you hold there. And so all those that have been fully implemented have been ticked. And so if you go through, you realize that this particular infraction is being ticked as fully implemented.
We are also sharing this with the public. That is why I'm asking, if truly it's been done, can you please go ahead and confirm?
Yes, so for instance, we have a community called Accra Town, 0.20 size of land has been geologically identified and worked on, and that is around Wasa East. You have Ajuma DM, which is also 31.24 at Asunafun South. You have Akaso, which is 50.35, Amanse Central, Adanse South, and Obuasi Municipal Assembly. Then you also have Bonfa, which is 22.9 at the Jesu Joabin. And then you have Wumase, which is 40.11, and so on.
Minister, so out of the 113 that they identified, I just want you to confirm that they have been done. You just read out 144.8 out of the 150 that they said they had already done. But I'm asking specifically to the 113.
Chair, my earlier response was that all the 113 had been implemented. I mean, the implementation of that particular infraction was fully adhered to. You requested for perhaps the list, and I've mentioned some here. We may perhaps have to give you that comprehensive list, because it's not everything that is captured here. But I think the auditors will
That is what I'm going to. I'm going to go to the auditors to confirm
we have submitted
whether the 113 sites have been gazetted as you recommended.
Honorable Chair, that has been done. All the 113 have been gazetted. Thank you.
So, Honorable Minister, the next question is, we know the right thing. Why did we not gazette before giving it out? So that if, anything should happen, then it becomes difficult for us to trace and to find out, because you don't have the records being gazetted. Why did it happen the way it did? And have you put measures in place to prevent the occurrence of this infraction that the Auditor General picked up?
It's a very interesting question. Why did that happen? It happened because those who were at the helm of affairs didn't implement the law as it's supposed to be implemented. And that was why those infractions were, those infractions came up. People had concessions when they didn't need it. There's evidence where some people have concessions that they didn't need it. They didn't even know where the land is. And so we have reviewed the small-scale licenses, like I said earlier on. About 1,200, close to 1,300 licenses were revealed. And when we reviewed them, about 907 irregularities or infractions were identified. We further checked and realized that some were administrative in nature. And so those that were administrative in nature, we asked Minerals Commission to resolve them themselves, which they did. But as I speak to you, just last week, about 278 small-scale mining licenses were revoked. They were revoked because we found that a lot of irregularities that you cannot even resolve were the reasons why we have to revoke them. For instance, if you were to go through the process of getting a small-scale license, you go into a software called MCAST, where you put your application. Where you are going to do this mining, the community will have to be involved. And so the officer there will have to write a report. And in that report, the officer is supposed to recommend whether to give that concession or not. We found out that even in so many cases where the officers had said that, don't go ahead, these are the reasons why I'm asking you not to go ahead, some officers went ahead and approved and gave out those concessions. We have revoked them, and we challenge them to take us to court. Again, there were instances where a concession is so close to a community. Indeed, if you were to mine, you end up mining within the houses of the people. And so the officers professionally recommended that do not give out these concessions. They were given. And so we have revoked them. In other instances, there's a high tension line running through the concession, and the officer will say that do not approve. These were approved. We have revoked them. There were instances where the chiefs will sit in their palaces, and then somebody will walk to them, and on their face will just fly a certificate. I've received a letter from Minerals Commission to come and mine, when the owners of the land were not consulted. And that's not what the law says. The law says that you must involve them, you must consult them. Now we have received quite a number of petitions from chiefs when we took over, and so those were also investigated, and they were part of those that we revoked. So what we are saying is that we will sanitize the system and let people who really want to mine come and take those concessions in mind. We have evidence where you have people who have come for concessions and now went around looking for people to sell it to. That is not what we are asking for. And so such instances, we have revoked them, and we want those who want to do mining to come, go through the process, get your mine license, and whatever support that the government will give to you to go and do your mining, you do it. People are occupying spaces, and others are looking for spaces to mine, and they're not getting. And those who are occupying those spaces are not miners. So these are some of the challenges that the system brought up, and with the help of the technical people at Minerals Commission, EPA, Water Resources, Forestry Commission, the committee involved all of them, and so we have come out with, at least for now, 278 that we have revoked. Just yesterday, one of them petitioned that his application should be reconsidered. And so I read it. And what he said was that, yes, at the time that the license was given, the infraction that you raised, indeed, we didn't meet it. But after your revocation, we have now gone to resolve it, so restore us. However, what they forgot is that the process of approval is contingent on that particular item that you didn't satisfy. And so, such a case, we are not going to restore them. We will create that space for Ghanaians who are interested in mining and who are committed in mining to come and take the licenses in mine.
Thank you very much for that elaborate explanation. And I pray and hope that we live by what we say. Minister, I also want to find out from the Minerals Commission what it takes to conduct geological investigations in a particular area and how it is done.